This video is an introduction of tool GeProG, a general program generation tool for compiler testing. GeProG can automatically generate test programs and is designed for generating programs for multi-languages. The generation is based on the grammar files of a language, and a random strategy is used in the process of generation. This is the overview of GeProG. It takes grammar file as input and output the programs that satisfy the grammar. There are three modules of GeProG: preprocessing, program optimization, and program generation. In the preprocessing module, it parses the input grammar file, identifies the non-terminals, terminals, and production rules in the grammar, and recognizes the relations among non-terminals to solve loop problems. In the optimization module, it adopts depth and length reduction strategies to limit the size of the generated test program. In the generation module, it uses some heuristics to generate test programs from scratch following the reduction rules of the grammar by maintaining scope, and symbol table information. In this section, we will introduce how to use the tool Generate Program. This is the main interface of Generate Program. We can see there are three modules: grammar parsing, test program generation, and test program optimization. To generate test programs for grammar, we must choose a grammar file by clicking the Choose button. Then, click the Language combo box to select the language of this grammar and set the file extension of the test program to be generated. After that, the rules and tokens will be recognized from the grammar by clicking the button Parse. After parsing, the user can configure parameters in the test program generation and optimization modules. Continuity ensures the generated result cannot contain spaces. Uniqueness constrains non-terminals that occur before and don't appear repeatedly. Generation termination sets the maximum generation times of each rule loop. Number of test programs sets the number of the programs to be generated. Execution of loop limits the maximum execution time of loops like while and for. Number of and number of limit the repetition times that are modified by and. Termination for all rule loops configures the maximum generation times of all the rule loops. Click Generate Test Program to start the generation. The generated result is saved in the path Generate Results Save Path, and we can test compilers using these test programs. Let's generate test programs for different languages using Generate Program. Firstly, choose the grammar file path of C language from the file system. Open this path. We can see there are two grammar files of C. This is the content of the grammar file parser, and this is the grammar file lexer. Change the language as C and file extension as C in the grammar parsing module. Click the button Parse to finish the process of parsing. Set the optimization parameters as 2, 3, 3, 5 in the optimization module, and click the button Apply to apply these configurations. Set the parameters in the generation module respectively. We set the number of test programs to generate as 1000. Click the button Generate Test Programs to start generation. After several seconds, the generation is done, and we can see that the test programs have been generated in the results save path. Now, we will use the C programs generated by T program before to test compiler GCC. Let's see the content of the generated C program. There are some global variables functions, a main function that calls the other functions and outputs the values of some global and local variables. When we test GCC by this C program, we can see that GCC can compile it, and this program will output some results after execution. The process of generate Java and Python test programs are similar to that of C. We choose the grammar file path of Java and change some configurations, and click the test program generation button. The result of generation is saved in a Java result path. We can see the content of the generated Java programs. For Python, we choose the grammar file path of Python and change some configurations and click the test program generation button. The result of generation is saved in a Python result path. We can see the content of the generated Python programs. That's all. Thanks for watching this video.